I thought two very surprising characters. I didn't see them coming out of left field, because Jessica was made in that one scene. You kind of think, well, where's this going to go? And then when they got together, it was so sweet, and it was so beautiful watching these two people come together. And you kind of knew that it can't end well, just because then show's over. But I really enjoyed watching that. I thought it was just a really cool, young, innocent love, and two really interesting characters. I really like that.
Yeah, that's a great story, and it's again these great actors and theater people, because you guys worked on that a lot on your own time and came in early and sat and talked, and it really shows. And there's so many storylines that I love. I mean, I'm such a fan of the show, and I just loved seeing Sam do that imitation, and there's so many great things that I just adore. I have to say, one thing that I was really looking forward to seeing was that whole scene last week with Terry and Chris Bauer, that whole bell floor therapy method, just at the table read, I was like, that's so great, because, I just love both of their characters so much. I mean, I love Jason Stackhouse. I could read the paper, or try to read the paper. So there's so much, but that scene I was really excited about.
I love the story we got to act, and for a lot of reasons, but there's something really touching about Bill having kind of been out been out in a place where maybe thought there wouldn't be love for a very long time, and then having somebody look over and love him, right? I think that's when you wrote that, you had to know that's what every heart is after, and I can't watch the meeting, and his gratitude for having someone look at him lovingly and being able to give it back is about the best thing you could be asked to act, I think. And it's a terrific story, so yeah.
I mean, there was a point in season 3 where, like in the books, Debbie says to Alcide, "You wouldn't give me a baby." And just that one line made me think so much about what it must have been like for him growing up. And, for him to hit puberty and have this thing happen to him and feel like, he was probably the biggest, strongest of the kids and not be able to play sports and, not be able to ask that girl out that he always wanted to ask out, and kind of watching the other kids living this life through a window, and then to get to the point where, he didn't even want to reproduce, so he couldn't, he wouldn't even want to carry on his own race because of what he went through. I don't know, this is just one simple line like that, really made me think a lot, but, other than that, I mean, I was a big fan.